The world of entertainment has once again been shaken by sudden and heartbreaking losses. Today, we reflect on the lives of 10 actors who have sadly passed away in recent days. Terence Stamp was more than an actor. He was a commanding presence and a force of charisma whose career spanned 6 decades. Born in London in 1938, he quickly became one of the most admired British actors of the 1960s. Audiences first noticed him for his striking looks, but they stayed for his daring performances and his ability to reinvent himself across genres. Stamp was celebrated for roles that tested boundaries, but most people will forever remember him as General Zod, the iconic villain of Superman and Superman 2. With his piercing eyes and unforgettable delivery of lines like, "Kneel before Zod."
No. Kneel before Zod.
He set the standard for comic book antagonists on film. Younger generations rediscovered him in The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, where he brought dignity and humor to a groundbreaking role, and again in Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, where his gravitas helped anchor a galaxy far, far away. He never allowed himself to be boxed in. Villain or outsider, tragic hero or eccentric, Stamp delivered performances that stayed with viewers. His death at 87 closed the book on a career that helped define modern film, and tributes from across the world recognized him as a true pioneer. If you want to stay updated on stories like this, please like this video and subscribe. It helps us continue to honor the lives of remarkable people and share their legacies with audiences around the world. Frank Caprio, affectionately known as Judge Caprio, made his mark in an entirely different arena. Through his show, Caught in Providence, he became famous not for harsh sentences, but for compassion. Millions watched as he forgave fines, listened patiently to people's struggles, and reminded everyone that justice should never be separated from humanity. At a time when public trust in institutions was low, Caprio showed that kindness could exist even in a courtroom. Clips of his rulings went viral across the globe, turning a small Rhode Island court into an international symbol of empathy. Caprio died at 88 after a battle with pancreatic cancer. For his fans, he was not just a judge on TV, he was a role model for fairness, dignity, and decency. Together, Stamp and Caprio represent different worlds, cinema and justice, yet both use their platforms to influence millions. Their passing within days of each other is a sobering reminder that legends are not immortal, but their impact endures. Not all shocking losses come from classic Hollywood. In today's interconnected world, digital creators and international actors hold just as much influence. The deaths of several figures from the global stage highlight how grief today transcends borders. John Crawley, better known as King Beardax, built an audience of more than 3 million on TikTok. With his booming voice, signature beard, and sharp wit, he connected with viewers in a way few others could. Fans didn't just watch his videos, they felt like they knew him. When he died suddenly at 47 after a cardiac arrest, his online community was devastated. For many, it felt like losing a personal friend. Crawley's passing shows that digital celebrities hold a deep place in modern culture, and his absence left a silence across millions of screens. In India, the death of Achyut Potter at 91 was mourned by film lovers across the nation. Potter was not always the star of the show, but he was the heart of countless films and series. His supporting roles in classics like Three Idiots carried depth and realism, giving stories credibility and warmth. He was respected for his professionalism and dedication, traits that inspired generations of actors. His loss closed a chapter in Bollywood history, marking the end of an era for character actors who shaped the industry from the sidelines. Argentina lost Alberto Martin, a familiar face on stage and television. He was most recognized for his work in Amas de Casa Desesperadas, the Argentine adaptation of Desperate Housewives. Known for his versatility, Martin could move seamlessly from comedy to drama. His career spanned decades, and his passing at 81 was felt not just as the loss of a performer, but as the silencing of a cultural voice across Latin America. Fellow actors described him as warm, generous, and deeply committed to his craft. These 3 men, Crawley, Potter, and Martin, came from different industries and continents, yet their deaths carried the same weight. They left audiences shocked, grieving, and reflecting on how fragile life is. Their stories remind us that fame is no longer defined only by Hollywood. It exists in every corner of the world, from digital platforms to national theaters. The last few days also brought painful farewells in the worlds of music, theater, and television. Each of these individuals shaped culture in unique ways, leaving behind work that will outlive them. In Britain, fans mourned Ray Brooks, who died at 86. He was the voice of Mr. Ben, a beloved children's program, and a powerful actor in Kathy Come Home, a drama that exposed homelessness and sparked national debate. Brooks was both comforting and challenging, able to entertain children while provoking adults to think deeply. His voice and performances became part of the United Kingdom's cultural identity. Ronnie Rondell Jr., who died at 88, may not have been a household name, but his image was immortalized in rock history. He was the stuntman set on fire for the iconic cover of Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. That photo, showing two men shaking hands while one burns, became one of the most famous album covers of all time. Rondell's death reminded the world of the courage and artistry of stunt performers, whose contributions often go unrecognized. From Bulgaria came the passing of Kirill Kavadarkov, an 81-year-old stage actor devoted entirely to theater. Though less known internationally, in his homeland he was revered as a cultural figure. For over half a century, he nurtured the arts, inspired colleagues, and embodied the discipline of stage acting. His death marked the loss of a quiet but essential pillar of Bulgarian culture. American daytime television said goodbye to Tristan Rogers, who died at 79 from lung cancer. He was a longtime star of General Hospital, and his presence was woven into the daily lives of millions of viewers. Soap operas create a rare intimacy with fans, and his passing felt like losing a trusted companion who had been part of their lives for decades. Finally, the world of country music lost Jeannie Seely, known as Miss Country Soul. At 85, she left behind a career that included a Grammy Award for her song Don't Touch Me and more than 50 years as a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Seely mentored younger performers and proved that women could thrive in country music. Her influence stretched far beyond Nashville, and her passing closed a chapter in American music history. In just a few days, the world lost Terence Stamp, Frank Caprio, John Crawley, Achut Potter, Alberto Martin, Ray Brooks, Ronnie Rondell Jr., Kirill Kavadarkov, Tristan Rogers, and Jeannie Seely. Each came from a different background: film, television, law, digital media, theater, and music, but all touched people's lives in lasting ways. Their sudden departures highlight the fragility of life, but also the power of art, kindness, and creativity to endure. If you found this video meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can keep their stories alive, honor their contributions, and ensure their legacies are never forgotten.